Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jaden Williams. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Jaden Williams podcast. We're going to be having a conversation with Christopher Underhill today. He is a hilarious comedy sketch creator who makes the funniest deadpan, dry humor bits you can find on social media, to the point where I just had to have a conversation with him today. And without further ado, let's go to that conversation with Christopher and I. And if you support the podcast, go check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. Thanks. Christopher Underhill, thank you for coming onto the podcast.
Thank you very much, Jaden Williams, for having me on your Jaden Williams podcast.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Bro, I'm such a huge fan of your content. You have this like just hilarious short Vine like dry humor to your content that I'm just totally obsessed with. And I said in my like little intro monologue how I just needed to have a conversation with you. What like is that all like natural to you? Is it been developed over the years, like catered to content making on social media, or
Um, yeah, like my kind of dry humor has
Mhm.
always kind of been a part of me.
Yeah.
But then, of course, watching videos of other people and movies and stuff, and,
Hmm.
and kind of adapting to that, I was able to make my own videos
Hmm.
and do that.
Has it always been, because I use the term like just Vine like just as like this umbrella term, because it's like very like typically,
Yeah,
what would you say like your average like watch time is for a video? Like what's the average time for a video?
my average watch probably like 15 to 10 seconds
Yeah.
would be like my
Yeah.
average.
Is this like your full-time job right now? What's the context of your like situation with?
No,
No, no.
no, I don't make any money off this.
Oh no.
No, no, not in Canada. You don't really make money off of views and stuff like that.
Oh man, well,
Uh,
I mean, you definitely deserve to. So right now, you're totally like, I mean, you're just growing your brand and all that online. I mean,
yeah, just growing. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry, but yeah, just growing my name up and putting out as much as I can.
that's
Trying
awesome.
to.
What is like the work to content creating like balance when it comes to just being able to make time to make videos online and being able to also have obviously like make a living and all that.
Well, honestly, with my content, it's like as my short form content,
Mm-hmm.
like on TikTok and Instagram. I find that's very easy to balance
Mm-hmm.
because, like I say, I don't spend a lot of time writing them. A lot of times just brainstorming an idea and
Yeah.
I'll sit with it. I'm like, okay, this is funny. This is funny. I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of get up and shoot it. Because if you ever see my videos, it's always in my room or it's
Right,
just
right,
always,
yeah.
it looks
So
like
you
it's like
do, I
last
mean, you
minute.
make a lot of it though. I mean, gosh, I see the amount of like content you're being able to produce. I mean, that does kind of like segue me to that, like what is that kind of workflow of making up an idea and then executing it with a video and then posting it everywhere?
Basically, my process when I do it, like there's not really like I will I'll brainstorm.
Yeah.
I'll brainstorm ideas. I'll
Mm-hmm.
brainstorm, not even ideas, I'll just brainstorm topics
Mm-hmm.
and I will play with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll think, oh, like for example, I did a video once about like here we go. I did a video recently that did pretty well. It was about a bus in a car,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and you seen it?
yeah,
Yeah. And I was walking home one day, and I was walking past a bus, and it did the
yeah.
sound, and it made me laugh. I don't know why it made me laugh. It wasn't funny,
But you
but
you saw it as a, yeah, as a joke. Yeah.
yeah, but I took it and I played with it, and I came up with that. And I don't really know how to like put into words how I did it, but it just kind of puts itself together.
Yeah, so are a lot of your videos based on natural occurrences? Because for me, like, I'll just give you an example. For me, I think a lot of my best videos are the ones that happen in kind of probably more everyday conversations with my friends
Mhm.
or something. Like I did a video recently where I uh, I I was making fun of Steam, and like Steam is like jokingly, I guess, known for being like really secure with their users and stuff. So I did like a video
Oh, I've
of,
seen that.
yeah, and so I
Seen
did
it.
this
It's
video where
good.
it's
Yeah.
like he's calling to get his Steam account back, and they like send in like a UAV and SWAT team and all that, and like that came from like almost like I had this drive because I found it really funny. So like, what is the ratio, would you say, of like almost like the natural bits that you make that just like come naturally, like they are spontaneous in your everyday life, versus sitting down and like just metaphorically, like with paper and
It's
pencil?
it's 50/50.
Yeah.
It's 50/50 because, like, a lot of it does just kind of hit me,
Hmm.
and a lot of the stuff that hits me is more of the stuff that's shorter, and it's, like, punch in your face, like, "Oh, haha, that's what it is. That's a joke." But the ones that I kinda sit down and I focus on, I when I get into that vibe, it's when I really it's when I really wanna focus, like, when I know, like, maybe I went a couple of days without posting, and it's like, "Okay, I gotta put something out." I gotta and I'll sit down, I'll think of it, and then those ones are usually the ones that are longer or
Hmm.
more thought out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, a lot of it too, actually, like you say, everyday occurrences and stuff. A lot of things that make me, like, almost irritated and angry throughout the day or just everyday life. I love making jokes about that stuff. I did a joke the other day about bathroom sinks and how they, like the public bathrooms, and like you go to wash your
Yeah.
hands and they won't turn on
Yeah. I saw that.
for
Yeah, you're
some
just
reason.
so bothered by it. Yeah.
Yeah, in 2025, they won't turn on.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just ridiculous. So
Yeah, it's
I
so
had to
it's
make
so
fun of that.
obvious that it's coming from like a personal place in your heart as well.
Yeah,
Do you I do want to say like I was trying to calculate like your numbers across like your main platforms are TikTok, Instagram, and you got a YouTube that you're growing, right? Those are, would you say those are the three main ones, right?
yeah. And I'm also trying to build up my Snapchat
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm
too,
doing the
because it's
exact same thing, and I mean that's
yeah,
exactly how you should do it. Try to like expand to all of them. There's
right.
nothing worse than having like like 100,000, 1 million followers on one platform, and you're like, all right, let me start from scratch on another.
Hmm.
But I was
Hmm.
trying to like calculate your numbers, and I think you got like 20 something plus million likes on TikTok, and then Instagram. You have how many followers do you roughly have on Instagram?
One 167, 168, something like that.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
I would imagine that you're probably at or over 100 million views in there because of like the view to like ratio of like, let's say it's like one in every four people like the video. That's been
yeah.
like the average for me. So my point is that you've reached a huge viewership online, and does that like what's that done in your life? Have you seen kind of like, are you seeing this perspective in your life, like you see this path going like, oh wow, I could really like do this social media side of things? Like where's your mindset in your like just career right now?
It's definitely, well, so far it's definitely given me a lot more confidence in who I am as a person and my humor. Uh, because that's the thing with like when people start, and I'm sure because even I knew it starting, and I'm sure you do too. Uh, Starting out, putting out content, you're kind of scared.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Oh, I don't know if people find this funny, or I don't think people will find me interesting or
Mm-hmm.
whatever." But as you post and the more popular you get that, not ego, but you get that confidence, like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I am good
Yeah,
at what
yeah,
I,"
it's confidence, totally. Yeah.
and it helps you yeah, and it helps you in your everyday life
Mm-hmm.
because it just builds you as a person
Yeah.
in a really
Especially
good
like
way.
learning what your audience likes as well. It kind of almost, it's kind of funny. It's like you learn what you're kind of like naturally best at. So like a lot of
Mhm.
people for me, like I do, it's kind of funny. Like I love your humor so much because of it's like this like dry, like awkward at times. It just makes it so hilarious. Just your subtle mannerisms and everything, and like
Thank you.
eye dashes. And for me, and I mean I love that too. I freaking like love that. But I think my
Mhm.
audience, I've kind of developed maybe like this very theatrical following where it's like I have to like
Yeah,
I do big like VFX and like just all I put a lot of really
your
high end
editing's
work in.
insane.
Thank you. And yeah, I try to put a
Yeah,
lot of
like
work into it. And so what happens as a result of that is I've tried to do maybe things that are a little bit more, let's say, dialogue driven and less dramatic, and then they don't perform as well. So my audience is like
mm,
certainly catered towards more of the dramatic side of my content.
right. I have a question, by the way. Was it your video? Was it yours that had the one with the chair that was like
Oh my
Or
gosh,
that was
yes.
yours?
Yeah.
How long did that take, man? I
That
just
was, and that's so funny you say that because those videos, that series is just called like Unusual Events. I do like a lot of crazy occurrences in
no.
that. But yeah, the VFX for that, that's so funny. That's like one of my older videos. Um, that it probably took me like probably a week to make that. That wasn't some crazy VFX shot. It's funny because those videos have gotten to a point where it's almost risky to make them because the amount of work I have to put into it has to pay off through the views. Like if I did a video, I think the last video I did or the I did a video where I had like glasses glitching next to my head and it did decent, but I did one before that that was like an earthquake in my house. And I think it took like 2 weeks, but I released it and it got like a million, couple million views, but for the amount of time I put into it, that the ratio wasn't that good. And I realized it's like, yeah, when the earthquake happens and then there's nothing for the rest of the video to keep retention. So yeah, those
How
those
awful would it have been to if you had just posted the video as an earthquake happened somewhere in the world and
yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
super sensitive about, oh man.
And then they're like, oh my god, you're so insensitive, how can you do this? I'm like, this
Uh,
it's just the timing, I'm
no, they
sorry.
wouldn't even say that, man. They just put dot dot dot.
Do you like, so yeah, kind of like going back to what I was saying with the kind of like this new growing medium for you, these platforms you're developing. Does this, you're progressing that, like, is there a route you're wanting to take with it? Do you like where you are? I'm totally
Um,
making it up. Is it like, do you want to do movies? Do you want to do, like
well, actually,
specials?
I'm glad you brought that up. I do plan on moving past social media
Mm-hmm.
to pursue my career as an actor.
Oh yeah,
I am pursuing that. I'm reaching out to agencies currently
that's awesome.
and working stuff out. Social media, like, I really like it, but sorry, I should say I like what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I love giving videos out and people having a great time with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just social media in general, like I'm not super big on
Yeah.
because it's so time consuming and it's, you just spend all day scrolling
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, I find it just has a very toxic weight on my head.
Yeah.
So I do want to move away from it in the future. And I'm starting to do that now. I'm like, I will never fully abandon it,
Mm-hmm.
of course, but yeah, like I do plan on taking a different route. Like I say, if this new path I'm taking works out, and hopefully it does, uh, then yeah, my energy will go towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But social media has helped it so much because it's given me such a great resume of what I
Yeah.
can do. Yeah, and I'll never stop making jokes and being funny and writing. Like, I'll never stop that. That's
Yeah.
in my. I literally have a tattoo on my arm. It says, "I'll show you later, man."
I It's
So
all
awkward.
good.
Anyway,
We'll get a photo of it. No, but
all right.
yeah, I'm honestly like the exact same way, and I know like obviously my full time job is content creating, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because I and this is probably just so pretentious of me, but I love to say like I'm more of a filmmaker. I don't like the idea of like saying like
Mm.
influencer and all that. Like I'm
I
not
hate
the
it.
kind of
Yeah.
guy that wants to like I love making these pieces that like are just these full productions essentially. And I'm like
Mhm.
the same way where it's like I'd love to do it at a much more professional level. I also, and just as you were saying, and I agree, it's like you kind of are developing this portfolio for yourself with social media, and obviously
Yeah.
with it now being my full time job, and like that's how I'm, living, just succeeding in my life. It's just this good win win where I'm growing this resume for myself, and I'm living off of it as well. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, is what kind of, because I actually was gonna say that, and I wasn't even sure if you were gonna agree about being like, oh, I like acting, because I have always thought like you're a freaking phenomenal actor, and even
Hey,
though
thanks,
it's
man.
like,
You too.
thank you, I appreciate that,
Of
and
course.
I say, and I mean a lot with it because yours were mine, maybe mine's a little bit more. You can say theatrical, and like I said, I'd love to do like.
Oh, it's way more like cinematic, dude.
I
I'm like kid with a camera in his backyard filming worms. You're over in the
Oh well,
Oscars.
I didn't even just mean though, just like my like I have to like sweat and go crazy and all that stuff. Where yours is just this like
Uh,
such pure, subtle, like mannerisms and stuff that I think is hilarious. And that is like I am dying. It's incredible that you can make videos that have pure silence at moments, and it just
Yeah,
makes you start to die laughing. I mean, you totally
thank you.
understand the humor of the video. I mean, I don't even know. I'm totally just like glazing right now, but it's like you totally have full control over the exact pacing and humor of your content. And that's what I
Thank
have
you.
always like strived for with my stuff, like trying to really make sure I know where I'm leading the viewer and like understand how hilarious this is at a certain moment. How many times, like for me, like I have to watch a video a lot of times, like when I'm editing to, and I have to restart it at the beginning to make sure I know the flow of it this far in, like, 30 seconds in. Is it still as funny as it was at the beginning, or like is the momentum still building? What's your kind of like mindset or like process of uploading a video? Do you watch it 20 times
No,
or?
dude, like if I do a video, let's say it's like 9 seconds long, and it's a joke about like worms, I don't know. I will watch that thing like I'm Stanley Kubrick.
That's
I
great.
will play that thing over and
Yeah.
over and over and over because I will watch it as I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, it's funny. But then I'll picture myself like, okay, if I'm just like a random guy in Arizona
Mm-hmm.
on the toilet scrolling through TikToks and I come across this video, am I gonna laugh?
Yeah.
Am I gonna find this funny?
Yeah.
And if I do find it funny, it's good. And I always try and trim down anything that's not necessary to the joke. Any kind of like pause beforehand, anything that's and sometimes I'll do a video and I'll do a lot, there'll be a lot of clips. And even if it takes me like 25 minutes to 30 minutes just to get it all ready
Yeah.
or something, maybe I have to put on different clothes or I have to do some kind of difficult angle. I don't know. If I don't find it funny, I will scrap it all.
Yeah.
Even if I don't find if I find it a little funny, it's not good enough for me. I got to scrap it all, do it all again.
How
It's
many videos
it's a
have
curse,
you
but
how many have you scrapped?
it's too many to count, man. How about you?
God, I maybe maybe two, and it's you can imagine it's because of like just the work I have to put into it. It's like I can't.
Yeah.
There was a. I'll even give you a good example of because you were just talking about. Well, we were talking about like just the pacing and stuff. I just released a GTA 6 video. That was
Yeah.
yeah, and I actually did too. So
Saw that.
there's one about the Rapture that I just did that was like hilarious. Like
Yeah,
you
that one.
download GTA 6 and the
Nice.
Rapture happens, and I just did a back to
Mhm.
back one where you're playing GTA 6, and it was kind of risky because it's like somewhat boring, but that's the joke of it. You're getting your car in GTA 6, and you have to like file all the forms, and you're just like, what is this? And he's like, yeah, just are you is this for a commercial vehicle or is this a personal vehicle? It's just so boring. And I wanted to show like how like detailed GTA 6 is going to be. But that's like a perfect example of a video that was a little bit of a risk because it didn't fit my exact like formula of videos. Like it wasn't it's a little bit more kind of like your content. It's like so much more uh
Dry
so
conversation.
yeah, like
Yeah.
conversationally
Like,
driven, and it's like about the
yeah.
like maybe the awkward moment or these social cues that happen or whatever. But it did remotely well. It's got a couple million views, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely happy with it. But yeah, I definitely that would have been like those are the kinds of videos that I've once or twice have scrapped that I'm just like this isn't
Mm.
uh, probably funny enough. But because it was
This isn't what you thought it
blanketed,
would be.
what'd you say?
Yeah. Like, it's not what you thought it would be in the final project.
Yeah, and the good news
Yeah.
was like it's because it was blanketed over GTA 6, like the theme of GTA 6. I knew it was going to be like a video that was going to like just do well naturally. So I'm like, all right, it's GTA 6 either way, and it's for me a very funny idea. Like even though it's a little bit more like mature and all that, combined that should be a good formula. And then it ended up being like relatively good.
Yeah. That's always the best too when you have a video that you're not like 100% confident in, and then you post it, and it does better than you thought it ever would.
Mhm.
You
Oh
ever have
God,
that?
yeah. This the
Yeah,
GTA 6 Rapture video that you were just saying that you I think saw.
yeah,
That
yeah.
video, I do like filler videos. So I'll do and not that like I mean I view a lot of my videos like, the same. I put a lot of work into it. I have a couple editors as well that I sometimes pass things to. But there's videos that like I put a lot of work into, I think out maybe over like a week or two. And in between, I do videos that are a little bit more short form. I knock them out in a day, get them done by the next day or the next day. And the GTA 6 Rapture video was one of those videos. I just thought, let me just do a video of me like downloading GTA 6 and the Rapture happens. And it's like 45 seconds long, which is typically now a little bit on the shorter end for me. I try to shoot for like a minute to 90 seconds. And that video
It
like freaking blew up. It had, like I think
was
combined
really
across
good.
like all the socials. Thank you. And I think it's got like
Yeah,
20 million or something. So that's a
hell
great
yeah.
example of something that I didn't I knew it would do well because it's GTA 6. When you follow a trend, it's going to do well, but I didn't know it was going to do that well. So yeah, it truly is an incredible
Honestly,
feeling.
honestly, you might even get like when they eventually put the game out,
Yeah, get
if they
another
do,
spike. Yeah.
yeah, you might even get a call from Rockstar. Maybe they'll make you do another one
Yeah,
because it did
right.
so well.
Yeah, that would.
You
Yeah,
know,
my agent just told me we have a promo that reached out, I guess, and they wanted a concept. He's like, "Can you do another GTA 6 video?" And I'm like, "I'll think about something. Sure, I'll try to figure something out." When it comes to like the numbers and stuff of your social medias like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, just everything, Snapchat, are you a numbers guy? I know you said that you're doing this obviously because you love it. Are you like what's your mindset with the views, the followers, everything?
I don't even care for views anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of did maybe starting out. I was like, oh, this one, oh, this one's, and I'm gonna get more views. It's like, and I don't mind. Now, my goal is just, make the best video I can make about this joke,
Mm-hmm.
and just hope that whoever gets whether it goes viral or not, whoever does see it
Yeah.
has a great time with it,
Mm-hmm.
and they found it funny and they got a good laugh out of it. That's all I care for now. Like, if my followers stay the same for the next 7 years, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. No, that's
If
that's
it stays,
freaking awesome. No, I love that because I mean I had to be I was the exact same way at the start where like a few videos would blow up and you just get this
rush.
euphoric dopamine rush, yeah, of like just like oh my god I'm on top of the world. I'm like I'm gonna be so freaking famous, and then it
Yeah.
obviously especially on platforms like TikTok where if it is not the freaking most perfect thing ever, you are gonna drop off the side of a cliff. So you
Hmm.
kind of you definitely get almost like it's like it's kind of both ways. You get desensitized to get in a million view video or something like that, and then you also get desensitized to a video getting 10K views. You're like, yeah, I mean it's kind of what happens on platforms like TikTok. What for you is the most hardest platform to grow on for you?
Hardest to grow on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say, I guess maybe it was TikTok for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I won't count YouTube and Snapchat just because, like, I
Sure.
barely
Yeah.
put it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
but I would say TikTok because I remember with TikTok, I was stuck at like 180
Mm-hmm.
something, 180K for like a while, like a
Mm-hmm.
year or two. And then recently, last couple of months, it started going up a little more past, I think I'm at like 214K.
Mm-hmm.
Started
That's
rising a
awesome.
bit. So I would say TikTok's the trickiest one. But now it seems to be getting better. Instagram, Instagram was kind of like that for a bit. Like I was at like 11K for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but then it blew up
Yeah.
over
Oh,
one video.
I'm super impressed by your Instagram because I for me and for a lot of other creators like Instagram. I think it's because it's more of like an influencer platform. It's not really a
Mhm.
entertainment platform like YouTube or TikTok. It's more of a real, genuine social media. So I think for that
Yeah.
sake, it's harder as like almost like an entertainment creator rather than like an influencer. I don't even know if this makes sense, but like
No, I totally agree with you. Yeah,
yeah, and I
no, I
think
get it.
it's harder to grow on Instagram because of that. So I'm like so impressed by like already your numbers on Instagram, because like Instagram, I would say for me is like, and for a lot of people that are in this like industry, like very difficult to grow on.
Hmm.
What was
Yeah.
the platform? Was TikTok the one that you kind of like clicked on first, or?
Yeah, TikTok, because
Yeah.
yeah, I started posting around 2020.
Yeah, exactly the
2020,
same with me. Yeah.
yeah. I actually no, first video I ever posted was in 2019, but it was like it wasn't like what I do today. It was I think it was like a little filter of Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He's like opening the fridge door, and I'm asking him if he wants apple juice.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was the weirdest thing. I'll send
Yeah.
it to you later. It's the strangest thing I've ever made.
That sounds like your kind of comedy, though.
Yeah, but um, but no, 2020, like late 2020 was when I started actually doing like my dry humor stuff.
Hmm.
And I actually posted longer. I posted skits that were like 3 minutes back in the day.
Yeah.
I did longer stuff, and they did pretty well. But then I started going more down to short form because that seemed to be like what people
Hmm.
were actually like wanting to watch and stuff. But
Yeah, I in middle school and high school, I did like a bunch of like I was in like short film festivals and all that. I freaking loved filmmaking and like in school.
in middle
Like
school,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah, because they like just a
nice.
middle school, like a middle school film festival and then a high school film
Uh-huh.
festival. Like our just I was fortunate to go to like I guess a county that cared a lot about the arts and stuff, I suppose. But definitely like I the same way, like I just got that rush at like the film festivals, like seeing people like applaud for, my little movie up on the screen. But for me, like when college hit, because I went to school for engineering, I kind of got out of the rhythm of making like little movies and stuff like that. And then this thing, as we all know, like TikTok came around, and I was posting silly stuff too. I was doing like duets. I remember back in the day when people would like almost cyberbully people with duets. Like it'd be someone waving, and then it'd be like the duet would be them like just doing something like horrible with their hand to make it look like they're doing something
Yeah,
awful. And I would do that kind of stuff. And then I realized I'm like, shoot, why don't I just like make high quality short films on here? And so like probably like 2019, 2020 is when I started to really like have a few like viral hits in there as well. Do you who are your like when it comes to, because you even said it a little bit ago, like who are your inspirations, even if it's not content creating, just anyone that comes to like the entertainment world or just your kind of humor?
uh, well, for like I said, I love Vine.
Yeah.
Like I love the Vine humor, and it really, you can really, it really shows throughout my content.
Hmm.
Um, but like big names on Vine, like Evan Breen, like LA Turtle,
Hmm. Yeah.
huge, huge inspiration, just an awesome
I
guy.
can totally see
Uh,
that. Yeah.
Nick Coletti, Casey Frey, like just their type of Devin Palmer, like they're so I consider them genius. Like they're so funny in the best way for sure. But even like honestly, not even like content wise, even some of my own family,
Hmm.
like like my dad.
Yeah.
Like I get a lot of my humor just from my dad because like the way my dad like reacts to things,
Hmm.
I picked up on over the years. Like he's not the type of guy to like actually like if he was like irritated by something, he's not really the type of guy to like say outright like what he's irritated by, but he just make like some kind of sarcastic joke
Yeah. Yeah.
to kind of get his
Some
point across
subtlety.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, but he would never get like overly angry or anything like that. And another one would be like my sister. My sister has like such a funny, sarcastic tone
Hmm.
when she's speaking. And she just like she doesn't take the world too seriously.
Hmm.
So like they've been huge impacts on the way I present myself online or just in people in general.
Hmm.
Um, but even for like even moving past like content, um, comedians like Norm Macdonald,
Hmm.
like he's like
Yeah.
that dude was just incredible, and David Spade.
Hmm.
I love David Spade's sarcastic. It's just so many like so many people like that just really helped built me as a person. How about you?
Oh man, yeah. I mean that yeah, Norm Macdonald is I can see a like mirror image of that with you totally. Like just
And
that
he's
like
Canadian, so
yeah, yeah. And that's great. Yeah, that is true. Um yeah, my inspirations, gosh. It's kind of funny like what I did is I love I I like producing a lot. And I've had like people, I used to have like an old agent that he kind of wanted to take me down the comedy specials. Like he wanted me to do stand up. And
Mm.
I realized, I'm like, I don't know if that's, I don't know if the thing that I produce is because of the comedy. I think it's more of like the production side, just like I freaking love VFX. I love it. So if I can,
Yeah.
and then because, I mean, fortunately, I can make a funny joke that people can laugh at. I'm able to kind of combine those two mediums to make this little package of a video that people like. So I would almost say like more my kind of inspirations are more like filmmakers and all of that. I'm kind of that cliche dude that likes Christopher Nolan and
Mhm. Oh,
like
I love
just
them.
yeah, and just all these like or Martin Scorsese. I
Hmm.
definitely love. It's so funny because it's like a lot of my stuff has at times like not as serious tones to it. But if it were up to me, I mean, I'd love to make a freaking like drama or something like that that is like super serious and emotional and all that stuff. I remember like sometimes I tell my editors, I'm like, I feel like the emotion here like isn't like they'll send me a version of the video coming out and I'll revise it saying like I feel like the emotion here could be like a little bit more just whatever. And they're like, what are you talking about emotion? What do you mean? Like, they don't, like, I'm saying, well, we got to make like, I just care a lot about
Yeah.
whether it's a sad moment or like a happy moment. I love being able to like control the emotion of the viewer that way. And, I think those
Yeah.
guys do like a
And it's those
really,
little things that, yeah, sorry. It's saying like it's those little things that matter.
yeah,
It's what makes it great.
absolutely. Oh, totally. Like my literal favorite moments in my videos are like the moments you have in your videos where it's like you do like some like side eye and it's just the funniest thing ever. And those are the moments that I love in my content. Like the GTA 6 video that I was talking about, I have the guy do a lot of like he's like writing the paperwork and he's like my wife doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't know why I told you that. I don't know why. Just ignore me. And it's like just like it's more mature and it's like it's if someone
I
doesn't like
really,
yeah, like they don't
what I
realize it's
really,
like he's in pain or something like that.
yeah, is what I really liked was the in the Rapture one you did was when the gamer was like he was trying to download the game, but like his father runs
Yeah.
the Rapture, the Rapture. I loved how like you balance the emotion of like you're not disappointed in the
Right.
Rapture,
Yeah.
but you're like also but you are disappointed that you can't play GTA 6. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do
And
like
you want
such a back and forth like yeah, this is great, but
bro,
also
thank you cuz
the new game.
that is literally like the number one conflict internally with me with that video because I'm a proud Christian. And
Yeah,
I kind of did that video to. I mean, I made a fun video that also you kind of even acknowledge Christianity and it's kind of like just a win-win.
yeah, yeah.
And so exactly what you said, it's like I needed to perfectly, delicately make it that he is upset that GTA 6, he's not going to play GTA 6, but of course he can't be upset that like Jesus is
The
coming back.
Rapture.
And so it was like I sent it to a few people. I said like does this come across like he's too upset and because I last thing I wanted was a video to get 10 million views and people think I'm like kind of being like sacrilegious and all that and I'm like making fun of it all where
Mhm.
unfortunately it didn't pan out that way. It kind of did like do that perfect in between where he's upset, he's young, he's naive, right? And but he's still like grateful. And then the dad's like hitting him like hard with like take us now, right now, just do it. He's just
Just
so
do it.
upset about it. But thank you for
We have nothing to
acknowledging
wait
that.
for. Yeah. I did like me, I did a video once, kind of treading the line. It was I was portraying Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a bottle of water in my knife and he's sitting there and he's like tempted to grab the water because he wants to have a drink
Mm-hmm.
because it can turn. Well, I don't know too well, but he can turn water to wine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. And and yeah, like when I did that, like I wasn't like on the intention of like insulting any kind of like Christianity or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I was also like, this is kind of interesting,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
humorous. It's like it's a humorous. Just
Yeah,
it's not even like because it's not like you're not like jabbing at it and you're making a joke. Because I remember, I forget, gosh, I'll have to like find it, but it's like someone did a video of Jesus trying to jump into a pool, and he does like a cannonball into the pool, and he lands on the surface of the water because he can't, like, because he walks on water.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
And so it's like
yeah,
it's
I might
stuff
have
like
seen
that
that
that's
before.
really good.
I might have seen that, or maybe it was ice I'm thinking of.
Look him up. I did want to ask you, like, speaking about other creators, I wanted to ask you about, like, this is kind of far fetched, but I wanted to know more about that harmonica comics guy that you have, like, I
Okay.
assume collaborated with. And because I just want to see, like, as a just, kind of, maybe you can just shed some light to, like, other people, like, listening and all that, like, kind of the process of collaborating with someone or just building a kind of project like that, and, like, your relationship and dynamic with this, like, animator.
Like how do I go about it?
Yeah, like, how did that
Like,
come to fruition?
well, I think with him specifically, we had a mutual friend,
Mm-hmm.
Big Tug, Tucker Lindgren, I
Yeah.
think his name is. We had a mutual friend, but anyway, I think I was like in one of Tucker's live, like in TikTok lives, and Harmonica, I call him Harmonica because I kind of forget what his name is, to be honest with you. I only ever message him as Harmonica Comics. So, but,
Yeah.
I think he was in the chat or something. He followed me, I followed him back, and I really like the writing he does, and I love the awkward interview bit where it's like the interviewer is strange
Mm-hmm.
and the interviewee, the yellow shirt guy, he's just normal,
Yeah, it was like
just
right
trying to
up
get a
your
job.
alley.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. So I asked him. I think he asked me actually because we became mutuals. I think he asked me and if I wanted to do a voiceover for something, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. So then I just went throughout his whole library of comics that he made, and I picked out the best ones that I could do because like I try to avoid the ones that are like mostly like kind of like weird and like
Mm-hmm.
sci-fi and ones that are like a lot of sound effects. I just like to go for the conversation ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked one of the best ones and I did some editing on my laptop, voiced over with this and put it all together, sent it his way. We agreed, posted it, and we've been going strong ever since.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
even like collaborating in general, if you wanted to like the way I've done it before too, actually, there's another guy I work with who does comics. His name's Suckbags, or that's his name on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. I don't know what his name is either. I forget that. But he did a voice he took one of my videos and he animated it once. And I thought he was really good. I thought he was really talented. And I wanted to do comics, like my own comics, but I can't draw at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to him. I was like, "Hey man, you did me before. Can we work on something?" And I sent him a joke, and he drew it perfectly. And that's it's just all about asking. It's just all about asking.
Yeah.
There's no harm in asking. Like just saying like, "Hey, I have an idea. Do you want to do this together?"
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't follow each other, send them a message and just say, "Hey, I love your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I do this. Would you want to maybe do something together?" Because something else I was going to do too was I was going to start voicing comics from other artists
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know them. Like, I don't follow them or anything. But what I was gonna do, I was just gonna take the comic, voice it over, and of course tag them and
Yeah.
give them all the credit I possibly can. And then if they see it and they're like, "Oh, I like it,"
Mm-hmm.
or "Oh, I don't like it," whatever. And it's just, but yeah, I mean, really, it's all about just having confidence and just asking,
Mm-hmm.
putting your foot in.
I just want to mention real quick that we are partnered with Gamersups, gamersups.gg/Jaden10 for 10% off your entire order for all Gamersups products. I love them. They send caffeine-free caffeine energy powder for gamers specifically. I've been loving it. They have great flavors. Go check it out. Gamersups.gg/Jaden10. I was gonna
Mm,
like bring that up. It kind of does circle us back to like the confidence thing because I
yeah,
remember early on with like social media, like I wouldn't have been caught dead reaching out to someone because I just thought, I don't know, like it was just, I wasn't there. I was so beneath
yeah,
asking someone. And then I think
yeah. You have like the imposter syndrome.
yeah, and totally,
Yeah,
totally. And it's like the same thing with like some creators who follow me, like that have like maybe a big following. I'm like, oh my God, am I even allowed to like talk to you? And it's like, it's hard to kind of process that you start to like kind of form into like understanding that you're all like you're all just doing your own thing, right? Sometimes you might be
Hmm.
interested in doing something. It's like me reaching out to you or other creators to come onto the podcast. It's like you just need to be confident and know that it's coming from a right place and that you have good intent with it. um,
Yeah.
and speaking of like the comics and like just these different styles of like content, you have this hilarious series that you've started that I just think is so freaking genius. You have this I guess you can say parody podcast that's called
Yeah.
Codcast, where it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
fish and aquatic, animals and all that like talking to each other. Where did
Yeah.
that even come from?
Oh man, I was sitting around one day, and this was when I was thinking of like t-shirt ideas.
Mm,
Not even like for me. I was just thinking of funny t-shirts just
mm,
to. And I thought of podcast, and I tried placing like replacing letters in it, and I came up with codcast.
mm.
And I thought, okay, fish with a microphone for a t-shirt or something. And then I wrote it down on my whiteboard, and I was like, you know something? I'm not great with editing, but I'll go on. I'll put a fish with a microphone and voice it, see how it goes, see what it
Mm.
sounds like. And I think it turned out pretty well the first episode. Like I took images from Joe Rogan's
Yeah, yeah.
like setup.
Curtains and
It was,
all that.
it was yeah, it was hard to find. It was hard to find that the background for Joe Rogan's. Like, yeah, he sits in front of the American
Yeah,
flag and all
yeah.
that. It was hard to get one where he wasn't there
Mm-hmm.
because he's never like he's always there, right?
Yeah,
I was
he's
trying to get
always
one
in.
like
It's kind of strange how he's always in his podcast.
yeah, I know it's like bro, leave for like 1 minute. I was actually watching his like a couple of his podcasts, like his actual YouTube clips,
Mm-hmm.
to see if he like got up to get a water
Yeah.
or something, just to like just move for a second because I'm not good with editing to like actually take him out. But anyway, I found those empty images, put a couple of fish, a goldfish, a codfish, wrote up a little script. Uh, I don't even remember what the first joke was. I think it was something to do with Call of Duty. Yeah. The guys kept calling in. They were thinking it was Call of Duty related,
Mm-hmm.
but it was anyway.
Yeah.
It's I think it's doing pretty well so far. It's not like huge, but I mean a lot of people are
Oh, I
liking it. I get
freaking
a lot of
no.
messages.
It's another like now like series you've done that I just absolutely love. I was just watching one before we got on because I wanted to like just kind of talk about it a bit. And it was the one where I think you had like another like collaborator on and they're speaking a different language.
Emily?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so. And it's like I was dying. The fish just kept. It's like it's so funny, and I mean this like in a good way. It's like it's not like the fish is like highly edited. It's like it's just flipping to look at its like editor or like it's tech guy, and it's just like dying at it just like turning and just the just it's just the pure awkwardness that was making it just so hilarious. Oh, and then they do like text to speech, and then it's like in English, so they can't even understand like what it's saying. Oh my gosh, and
Oh
that's why I
yeah.
reached out to you in the first place because your content and because I just see you as this like big up and coming creator that just has just pure talent of being able to understand just this such subtle humor. It's
Thank you.
genius.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was my goal with podcast was because like it's such a ridiculous idea,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's no consistency with it. Like I don't even know if they're underwater, honestly. Like, I haven't even gotten that far.
It's slowly coming together.
Yeah, I wanted to keep that realistic human, like stuttering and spitting
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like they're fumbling over their words and they're forgetting things and they're just looking at each other. Like I wanted to get that real podcast feel of like people like they're so amateur
Yeah.
and they're just trying to find their way. But honestly, dude, if I had my way, like if I can keep going with it, I would love to make it into like an actual series,
Yeah.
like a real thing. Yeah, of course my phone says here. Sorry,
Very good.
Siri. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, no, I'd love to make it like a real thing with actual editing and
Mm-hmm.
animation and other actors. But
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll stick with this for now. I think it's going pretty well though.
Yeah, no, it's I
Yeah.
love it. I absolutely love it. And it actually a great segue because I wanted to talk about it. You're just talking about like, trying to find a shot of like Joe Rogan without, him in the shot. And for me, I actually the one thing I do with like AI and stuff like that is sometimes I'll like generate like a background or something. Everything else I do is like pure VFX, editing that I spend like a week on. Because sometimes, and you probably know this, it's like you go to Google Images or something like that, and it's like it'll be like low resolution, really like compressed, low quality. It's like really hard to find like really good like just for especially like free content out there or like photography out there. And I was thinking about like just how easy it is nowadays to like you can just like cut around Joe Rogan. Whoops, you can cut around Joe Rogan and like just have an AI fill it in. And recently, like just with all the AI stuff, Google VO3 just came out, and it's a
I see the videos.
huge,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a huge AI video model that lets you produce like 8-second clips. And for a while, I actually felt very confident. I actually felt more confident creating content on YouTube, TikTok, all that than my own software engineering degree because it's such a like a physical job. It's like it's going to be very difficult and who knows, it could be even 5 years away, but it's going to be very difficult to be able to replace the character, the person that's physically doing things. Like it's almost like the performers in the world are almost like the most secure jobs right now.
Yeah.
Ironically, compared to everything else, like if you're writing text, it's like your job is at risk. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but now with Google VO3, we're starting to see, and truth be told, like extremely realistic videos being produced
It
on
it
social
got me a few
media.
times.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw a video of like Fortnite or something, and I've seen a couple where it's like a meme. They say it's AI generated, and it's really not. And I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah.
hilarious. This is another one. You go to the comments and it says, oh, the tree disappears in the background. I'm like, what? And then you see it like it warps away, and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, this
Yeah.
is this is AI generated. I didn't even know it. And so I kind of just wanted your input on all of it as like a creator, as just your perspective on it all.
Like, yeah, like what you said about like the joke ones where you
Yeah,
where they say like, it's not actually, but they
yeah,
say it is. I remember like I seen one where it was like this guy at dinner with his family,
yeah.
and this guy was saying like he used to have a camera, and
I
he's
know
like, "Can you believe
exactly
we're
what you're
AI?"
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay." I was like, and I checked the comments, and it was like, "Oh yeah, the kid's arm is messing up in the back," and I was like, "What do you mean?" So I went back, and yeah, the kid's arm is just doing like a weird thing, and
Are
I was
you
like,
kidding
I
me?
I dropped the phone. Yeah, I dropped the
I
phone. I
might
was
have
like,
to look back at that because I know exactly what you're
yeah.
talking about.
There there is another kid beside him
Yeah.
though, so it could honestly
So
be
yeah,
that
oh,
kid's
we're
arm.
gonna become schizophrenic. It's gonna be crazy. I remember someone the
It's
second Google
it's
VO3
like
came
Blade
out,
Runner.
people were asking me like, "Is this AI generated?" I'm like, "Dude, this is what I post all the time. This is my content. This isn't AI generated." And it's like we're now at the post. We're in the post VO3 psychosis era. That's what it is now. But what do you
I
think
did
it's
a
gonna
video.
do to content creating?
Oh man, like I hear a lot of people say about like soon a lot of creators and a lot of influencers are going to be AI
Hmm.
in the future. It's just going to be people programming this specific person that will be the creator, and that's what people will follow, and then no one will be like real anymore, and all the people that are real are going to get like pushed out over
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
which honestly, like I don't. I think that could happen a little bit with some people, but
Hmm.
I think the people that get pushed out will be the people that just like aren't interesting. People that aren't
Yeah.
like don't really have like a personality. They almost seem like a computer
Hmm.
themselves. They're
Yeah.
so like boring. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think the people that are like trying and doing cool videos and doing like
Hmm.
comedy and whatever, I think they're okay. I don't think they're gonna because yeah, like a computer can write a joke and a computer can say something funny, but majority of the time, you're not really even laughing at the joke. You're laughing at the comedian that's
Hmm.
saying the joke because of his delivery or her delivery.
Hmm.
And I don't think a computer can really replicate specific delivery and that
Yeah,
kind of personality
pacing. Yeah,
to any.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be very difficult. You see a couple of those VO3 videos where it's like, because all of it is also, it's not only the video, it's also like the sound and music is all AI generated. So
Mm,
it's not even just the video. And you can see it's like, and there's like, I remember one of the first ones I saw was, and I'll put everything like up on screen and stuff like that, but there was this like SWAT team like coming out of like a SWAT truck, and it was like the cinematography was like just really good. And I mean, then it started like kind of going crazy. They were just like shooting everywhere. But there's something there that definitely is of concern. It's almost like it's definitely because it's trained on data that obviously is from artists, real artists. So it's like it kind of replicates that art. But you're right. It's like we have, I think we do have a while until that, you know, comedic pacing and awkwardness, you know, in this instance, like is really like perfected. But you know, it's like so crazy because you don't know. We could be like so ignorant, and like, you know, ChatGPT
yeah.
releases a new update to like their Sora video AI model, and it just blows the competition away, and we're like, oh shoot, well there you go. And it's definitely, it's a very, it's a super scary world for sure. Like I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen. I agree with you. Like, I think there's human nature to wanting to see a person, like a real person, up on screen.
Yeah.
So I don't think, like, it's not like Timothy Chalamet is going to be replaced for the sake of convenience or something. You know, it's like, it's not a very realistic thing that's going to happen. We're always going to want to have some kind of human expectation in some way, even though we're like starting to really become like chronically online and all that. But I agree with you that it's like we're, I think we're always going to keep humans in the arts in some way or another.
Yeah, because I mean it's a human thing, right?
Yeah.
Art is a human symptom. It's like I don't like AI art by itself. Like just, someone who puts in words and
Mm.
makes a picture of a bird on fire,
Yeah.
like pack it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
That
they're
will
like,
never.
yeah, and they're like, hey, please like this. It's like, what? You didn't even. What's the point of liking it? What are you
You
getting at?
did nothing, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did nothing. Pick
yeah,
up a pencil, please. You
yeah.
know?
I know.
Eh,
It's almost like it's because it's, I think there's a lot of people that, yeah, they don't really care about art, and so they just see that as a very, just like, oh yeah, let me do it. um
But also, I'm not like shocked. I'm not like shocked when businesses use AI art.
right, yeah.
Like I'm not like I don't like it, but
Mm-hmm.
also I'm not shocked that like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Like if Apple
Mm-hmm.
if Apple starts using AI videos to promote their new phone,
Mm-hmm.
it's like Apple's not like an artistic company. It's an electronics
Yeah, it's a
company.
serious
Like
tech company. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're gonna try everything they can to save money.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see an option to like not hire an artist, like I don't like it, but I say like I understand it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I understand it from like a business standpoint. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean like when people they're trying to start their own art business,
Mm-hmm.
but all they're doing is making AI art. It's like
Yeah.
you're not even in it for the love of the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
what's
just
happening is there's a lot of people who are just doing it to get money out of it, like just posting,
yeah,
automating AI videos to get posted on YouTube. And then over time, you know, let's say they have, I'm just making it up, like someone randomly makes 1,000 YouTube channels and it's just constantly posting AI content, then yeah, of course, like there's gonna be a video that gets 10 million views, and then they make, you know, $1,000 from it, and then it's like that's, it's just like this to, yeah, it's this, we'll hopefully get to an era where like these tech companies really hit hard on suppressing that kind of content, because right now we're in
yeah,
that medium, just like early internet, where there wasn't really any preventatives for cyberbullying or nudity online or anything like that. It's like we're in that same timeline with AI generated content. It's like everything's kind of just you can do whatever, and there's no way to know, there's no way to block it out of your view on these socials.
I think
Yeah.
the no, I was gonna say I think the end game with AI it would just be simply reduced to an option on an app.
Hmm.
Kind of like how like uh like Siri
Hmm.
on your iPhone. When Siri first came out, I think it was making headlines. I don't know, I was younger when it came out. But I mean like
Yeah.
I think it was making headlines like, "Oh, this changes the game. You won't have to ever touch your phone. You can just say anything you want." But I mean, like it's still there, but like no one really like uses it how they
Yeah.
expected it to be used. I think that's what AI is going to be. I think it's just going to be an option, but everyone's going to eventually turn to real,
Hmm.
um, real studying and real
Yeah.
research and real work. I think eventually we
Yeah.
will go back to.
History always repeats itself. It's like I was telling my mom because like when ChatGPT, so like my whole world is like tech and like software and all that. Like I love software development and coding. Like I said, that's what I went to school for. And I when ChatGPT came out, or at least became very relevant in like 2023, late 2023 is when we started to hear about. I think it was GPT 3 or something,
Yeah,
ChatGPT 3 or 3.5, whatever. And we was like, oh my god, I can like write an essay in 20 seconds. I was so scared about like how it was going to affect everything, but I remember hearing uh, this analogy. It's not even an analogy. It's based on like real events when farming equipment first came out. Like it was replacing farmers, and it's like there was major like just backlash about that's taking our jobs. You can't do that. Um, and it ended up being that farming equipment like obviously in the end helped society, right? Maybe at first there was a lot of backlash and it wasn't maybe well maintained or like advertised in a way that shows that it's like productive. Because I do think AI is inevitably productive for the world. It's going to obviously innovate us. If you can have a personal math tutor at home that like you have a camera that's like you're just holding your phone and it's telling you how to do this quadratic formula or something like that, that's just obviously going to be better than a single teacher in a class of 30 teaching all their students. It's like, and so it's like it's this bittersweet. It's like it's almost like you really don't have a choice. It's this inevitable thing that has to happen, and right now we're just at that rough point where we're getting all the good and all the bad at the exact same time. Like there's no control over it. There's a lot of people using it for good, and there's also a lot of people using it for bad.
yeah. It's just a matter of finding that sweet spot where everyone wins.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Yeah, balancing things,
there's
making
always,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. There's going to be people that lose though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's inevitable. That's like everything,
Oh,
like
we're
you
going to
said, like
lose millions and millions and millions of jobs across the entire world in the next few years. I mean, it is going to change. I mean, Sam Altman, the guy who, the CEO of OpenAI, ChatGPT, I mean, he believes in a future where there's no jobs. I mean, he truly believes that like there's going to be an era where humans don't even work. Like it's going to be you either have like robots that do jobs for you and they pay and they give you a salary. It's almost like it's kind of like a crypto or something like that. It's like you have an investment in something and then it kind of uh, pays for itself over time. Um, and
yeah,
it's such a crazy dystopian future um, that we just don't have any choice in the matter. But it's for sure about balancing it all. Um,
yeah.
on a lighter note, I did want to ask you, just in general, like it's not the best transition, but what are your kind of just like interests outside of even just content creating and just just humanize the podcast a little bit after that discussion. Just like what are you interested in? What are things your audience doesn't even know about you that you've never really gotten to talk about?
Honestly, man, like as of late, I've been living a pretty quiet life. I've
Mm-hmm.
been just focusing on, just laying the bricks for my future. I've been working with different people, stuff like that. But other than like, that kind of content wise stuff,
Yeah.
I guess like I've been trying to read more, even though it's not going well because I have like a book and just sits there and I never open it.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but I mean, I do watch a lot of other. I watch a lot of stuff to learn from. and I'm also just entertained by it. Like I watch a lot of Tim Robinson
Mm-hmm.
lately.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love him. Yeah.
watch a lot of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I also love to just, go outside and get air and meet new people and stuff. Like go to the bars and
Yeah.
have a good time and
What do
get to
you
know
like about him?
Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, just a lot, man. Like he's just so he's what I like what I admire a lot about him is his he how would I put this into words? He like mastered the art of human awkwardness. Like he knows exactly how awkward and strange to be in whatever situation that he writes
Mm-hmm.
or someone writes for him. Like I just watched his new movie with Paul Rudd the other
Mm-hmm.
day called Friendship.
Mm. Yeah.
And just every line of dialogue that I mean, I don't know, I don't know if he wrote the movie or helped write it, I don't know.
Yeah.
But every line of dialogue that he was given, he delivered it perfectly
Mm-hmm.
to portray such a strange man, such
Mm-hmm.
a strange, obsessive man.
Yeah.
And it's so realistic. Like I've heard, like the way he says things, it's like I've heard people say this kind of thing before, and it was always so awkward and funny, and he
Mm-hmm.
does it so well. Him and like I'm watching Detroiters right now with him and Sam Richardson, and he's just a genius. He also yells a lot, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just awesome. Just awesome. Uh, how about you? Like, what do you do in your time when
Oh
you're
gosh, man. I mean, I like software development and all that, like I said. I mean, it's kind of funny. I think this like creator life is kind of quiet. So when you said that, not that that's like the reason life is quiet for you or something, but I will say like for me
yeah,
as a like a content creator or whatever, it's like there's a lot of me staying inside cuz I kind of have to keep producing. It's like, it's a remote job, it's not like I'm going out to some work office to work with a
yeah,
team or something. So yeah, I do a lot of my. I mean, I socialize with my friends, out in the world, go places. I live in Florida, so we got a lot of like parks, amusement parks, and everything here.
yeah, like the
So there's
number
a
one
lot of,
spot.
yeah, yeah. There's
Yeah,
like a lot of fun things to do. Uh, but yeah, I'd say my big thing is being able to work on software products and all that in my downtime. It's ironic. I'm very like introverted in contrast to my content. Like, I think a lot of people expect me to be very extroverted, and I've heard that a lot about me. Like, they think I'm just going to be like crazy and just
yeah.
super, just energetic. And I'm typically the polar opposite. Does that how does your personal life reflect in your appearance on your content?
Honestly, the way I speak in my videos is practically the way I speak
Yeah,
in real life
yeah,
to people. Even probably you probably hear it
yeah.
now, just the way I talk and stuff. Um, but like in my videos, like I'm a little more on edge, a little more
Mm,
dramatic,
yeah.
a little more
There's like tension
crazy,
and all
depending on the
that.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, in real life, when I'm around my friends, like I would say I'm maybe starting out for the night, I might be a little quiet, might be a little relaxed. But then after, not even like with alcohol, but just like
Mm,
if we're just hanging out, like I'll get more and more like,
yeah. No, I'm the exact same way. Um, I mean, just like you were saying, just back on track with your videos, I did have a thought like with your content. We were talking about like you going over a video or something like that, like a dozen times or like just dozens and dozens of times watching one video. How many times does it? Because you have short form content. I imagine that you do like a lot of takes as well. Like how many
Mhm.
takes are you doing? Is it typically like I forget which director does it. Like one of the directors, like it's like a one and done. They just film it, and it's typically the best, so they stick with it. But like, what's your approach to making your videos?
Every take I do, every little line, like I don't like, I don't know what you do, but I don't know if do you like keep the camera rolling and you just keep doing it and then
I
you just edit all that
do
later?
I do one character at a time, which might be insane, but I
Oh, no, I do
like.
that too.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's,
yeah,
and I think I kind of like it worries me because I don't think it's. I mean, I guess I'm not working with other actors, so it's tough either way. But it's like I almost feel like it's not developing me to understand how to work with like other actors, if that makes sense. Because if I'm just like one character just doing all the lines and then I go to the other character and do all the lines, it's like I'm not really getting it to be able to like interact with another person. But I wouldn't be able to either way. So, but that is, yeah, that's how I do it.
I think honestly, I think that's why Seth MacFarlane voices most of his characters
Mm-hmm.
because he
God,
knows
that's
his own
probably true.
chemistry the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I totally understand. I was actually thinking about that before myself because, like, well, I've acted in plays before, like with
Mhm.
people, like growing up and stuff. Like, I know how to like. Have you acted with other
Yeah,
actors
I
before?
mean, I did because I did like theater in middle school, but I took the route of like the TV film electives when I reached high school. And obviously, I mean, I
Yeah.
obviously was like acting the entire time, so it was no different. It was just not like Broadway, I guess you can say. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, like it's like I do have experience like with actors, but I mean, I haven't done it for a long time.
Yeah.
So I understand what you mean when you say like acting by yourself,
Hmm.
doing one character, doing the other character, like it might desensitize you to people eventually.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I do like yeah, like one character, and but I don't usually. But like you said, you keep the camera rolling the whole time.
Yeah,
You
like
just
yeah,
do
I'll
every line.
film, yeah, and I'll be a psychopath and say a line 30 times or more
Right.
until I feel like, and typically it's hilarious. It's either I did 40 takes and then it's like the first line is what I stick with, like the first try is what I stick with, or it ends up being maybe the last one.
Or it's like when you do a line and you think in your head like, "Oh, that sucked. I'm gonna do it again,"
Hmm.
and then you do it a
Yeah.
couple more times, and then you go back and edit it, and you're like, "Oh, that first one was actually amazing,"
Yeah, no, that's
or
exactly what
something.
happens. Yeah.
But yeah, no, what I do is like I'll like because I use my phone, right? It's
Mhm.
like a TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not like your VFX level of you know, but I'll just tap record, say the line that I have, and I'll end it, and I'll rewatch it on the spot
Oh,
to see like
that's
if it's good.
that's great. I could see that being like a
Yeah.
great convenience to really, yeah, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
would be great.
But it, but if I do the line and it doesn't sound like natural, it just sounds like I'm reading
Mhm.
something, or it doesn't like I didn't act it very well, or it comes off cheesy or something like that, I'll scrap it, do it again, do it again, do it until it
Mhm.
sounds like I'm actually mad
Yeah.
or like I'm
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
uh
you fit the exact tone and reaction you wanted. Yeah.
yeah. Even sometimes too, like if I'm going about my day and I have a TikTok that I want to film, like it's in the chamber,
Mhm.
and if it's a TikTok that like I'm supposed to be angry in it, or I'm supposed to be like frustrated in some way,
Mhm.
I'll have it in the chamber ready to go. But then throughout my day, if I like actually get irritated by something, like my computer's not loading, or like my neighbors are being loud, or
Yeah.
just something's that irritating me, immediately I'm like, I gotta film this now
Yeah.
because I have it. I'm pissed off right now.
Mhm.
I gotta do it. There's no better time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I have that as well. Like sometimes I won't like so I have a gaming channel as well, like a live streaming
mm,
channel. And so I go back and forth with them. It's been a great, it's almost the the word isn't therapeutic. It's like this great balancing. It's a great way for me to step away from like doing a skit and then being able to like just do a game. And I still kind of do like acts and like characters in the stream, but like if I
yeah,
don't feel like I'm in the right zone for a skit, like the GTA 6 video, I'm just again using it as an example, the Rapture one. It's like I was just ready for it. I could feel like I had the energy, had some coffee that morning, and sometimes, I just wake up, I'm tired. There's no way I can make that kind of video. I mean, the like and obviously do some like silly like basic special effects to like make me like sweat and cry and all that stuff, but I'm not, this is going to sound cringy to some people, but I put a lot of emotion into it. Like I try to intentionally overwhelm myself to make it look
mhm,
more real, because if it doesn't look real, then it's going to be like cringy and not come across the way you want it to. So yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you where it's like sometimes you have to like it has to be that exact moment or timing for a video to like be correct for the reaction.
yeah, absolutely, I agree.
My final or one of my final questions is, you got this, growing following. I'd say you're definitely becoming like this like much bigger creator. I mean, do you consider yourself, and I'm just asking you like for the sake almost like just philosophically, like see yourself as like famous? Do you see yourself as like this person who's growing this fame online as like a internet celebrity in general? What's your mindset?
Oh, I wouldn't. I never consider myself famous.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, because to me, like, fame would be you're known like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean just online. Like, you go outside and you go to like a coffee shop, and people are like,
Yeah.
"I know you." Like, I don't know if you get that. Do you get that, Eddie?
I'll get
Oh,
I would say like one in every 3 or 4 times I'm out, I'll have like, and I mean it in like, there's like social stuff going around. Like, I'm not saying like I can go to a parking lot and someone recognizes me. I just mean like if I'm at like
yeah.
a big place, like a fair or a mall or something, I might get like a kid, young man or somebody that recognizes me. But it's a very, yeah, it's a weird, uncomfortable, like, I'm the same. Like, I don't see myself as that because I don't think I'm
Yeah.
at any kind of level that, for, I guess, even, I don't know if it's like deserves it. I don't think it's, I don't know. But I mean, that's how I am about it.
Like, I always leave the whole like famous thing to people who follow me. Like, I just leave it to them. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you consider me famous,
I'm
then
the
thank you,
exact same
or
way.
whatever.
Yeah.
But me, like I say, I've been recognized here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like my town, like I live in like my city, I'm it's not huge. Like it's not like and I don't really like go to big fairs or anything like that. But like, once in a while, like if I went down to the bars,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there'd be a guy approach me and he's like, I know you from something
Yeah.
or something, but they never usually think TikTok or something off the
Yeah.
top of their head. They just recognize my face or my
Mm-hmm.
vibe. Or like I went to the mall in a couple cities over and yeah, like no one came up to me, but I got a DM on Instagram. They're like,
Yeah.
"Did I see you at the mall?"
Yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, like I said, like when I think famous, I think like Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
my
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
and I'm the exact same way where I'm like, if that's what you think, like you think I am, I guess so. I wouldn't say I feel that way, and I'm like terrible with like saying hello to people, like it, because just like you, it's like they
yeah.
don't always recognize you. And I've had a few people that are like, oh my god, you're Jaden Williams, and they know exactly who I am, and that's a cool feeling. But ninety
It's
percent of the
great. Yeah,
time, yeah, like 90% of the time, it's typically a double take, or they see me from like a distance, and then what happens is I get freaking paranoid, and almost any time I go out, because I'm like, anyone who looks like my direction is just like, just like kind of like looking at me every so often. I don't know. I'm like, oh my god, do they recognize me? Do they not recognize me? So I've developed this like very self conscious.
hmm
It's because like I think it is like I don't know. I like it. It's great. It's a good feeling when someone recognizes you, that someone knows your work or
it shows
something.
progress. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like I am more probably self conscious of how I'm acting in the moment, because I'm like, oh gosh, I have to be extroverted and like nice and shake their hand and all that. But I'm the same way, where it's like I don't really think I'm that famous. I think fame is really like, yeah, a real celebrity. Maybe you're in movies, or yeah, like maybe a good standard is just pretty much everywhere you go, you're getting recognized for sure.
but I've never had yeah, like, and I've never had a moment where like I was treated differently in like a business like if I went to a business and
Mm-hmm.
they gave me a discount because they know me. Like I've never
Right.
had that.
Yeah.
Or like meal on the house kind of thing. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
had that.
Yeah, I had a there
But,
was I had Hulu, I think it was Hulu. Uh this
ooh,
case.
oh
Hulu
yeah.
sent me out to California to do I was promoting Futurama,
Okay.
the cartoon TV show. They were having like a new season on Hulu. And it was like my first time out there, and I got to go to this San Diego Comic Con, which is like, the biggest Comic Con in the world, I guess. And some guy like was doing a stand, and it was like some like 80s, like kind of more like throwback nostalgia, like music books that had like just like band artists in it and all that, and they were selling it. And my mom was with me. She came with me to help me like film and all that, and just obviously just be there with me. And we were there, and the guy like recognized me. He's like, "Oh, you're that like TikTok guy," And I guess his like manager like saw him get excited about that, and his manager's like, what do you want? And I said, oh, we were looking at this, like it was for my mom, and he's like, just you take it, and like he gave us like this freaking like it was like $100, like nice quality cover band throwback thing. I forget what the band is, but that was probably the first
Oh,
time that like I got just like something outside of a social experience out of it. It was like a cool like appreciation thing.
that's really cool, man.
I got like one or two more questions left, and I kind of like want to make
Yep.
it maybe just like slightly more serious. Um, with social media and like you got this growing brand. Both of us do, and it could easily, and this is just any job, any work industry, it could all go away tomorrow. Something could happen. Google VO3 or VO4 comes out, or these social medias have some crazy thing that happens, internet crashes worldwide, whatever hypothetical. Let's say social media goes away tomorrow. Um, for one, kind of what's your reflection on it as this young guy who's been making content? What did you get out of it? What did you learn from it? And then what would kind of that future be for you?
Well, yeah, like if it were to just disappear tomorrow, like I would have a huge, like a huge positive experience. That's I would
Mm-hmm.
say, like it was, even posting when the posting wasn't doing well, like maybe I get like 200 views on something
Mm-hmm.
and I worked longer on it or whatever, even though I was like I had so much fun with everything I posted, I had fun with, and the best part was that people who've seen it and they enjoyed it and they got a good laugh at it and they send it to their friends or they quote it with their friends or whatever. Because I get messages like that all the time. People say that they still quote
Mm-hmm.
stuff that I said years ago,
Yeah.
and that's priceless stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm happy to look back on, and that they'll always have like that, even if they can't see the videos anymore for some reason, they
Mm-hmm.
still had that positive experience
Yeah.
from
That
it. And that's
memory. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all I care for, and it would be nothing but positivity on that end. But as of what I would do, I mean, entertaining has been in my blood forever. I don't remember there being a time where I wasn't trying to get someone's attention, honestly. So I would always do it in some way. Like so, yeah, like through acting or through writing or I say directing lightly, but I've never tried it
Mm-hmm.
other than myself, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
there'd always be something I would do creatively and entertaining wise. Um, but honestly, even if entertainment wasn't an option for some reason, uh, I don't know what I would give a shot to. I think maybe a job where I'm like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
so it would be still in the realm of like kind of just doing for others,
yeah,
just a
yeah,
different outlet. Yeah,
yeah, maybe something like a firefighter.
yeah.
That sounds neat.
That's
Feel like a
that's that's a
something.
very like
Yeah.
poetic, like I don't know, like comment. Just something about like it is. It's like, and that's good. I can totally tell, man, that like I uh I can tell, even though like your comedy is so uh like it's just this dry deadpan humor, which is just freaking hilarious. It's like I can tell that you have such a grasp and understanding of emotion, and being able to be like emotional and understand social cues and understand kind of just like the human, but this just yeah, the human nature of it all. And you have a really just this great understanding of it, and I can tell that you're a very emotional guy in that way. Do you consider yourself, I know this is like a little bit more open, but do you consider yourself an emotional guy? Do you feel
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
yeah, like do
Yeah.
you see those
Yeah.
videos? Like for me, and it's because it's my own stuff, and I'm not saying it in a pretentious way, but like there's a lot of subtleties, like I was trying to say, like I put a lot of emotion into my work, and maybe on the outside it doesn't seem like that, and I think it's for how a lot of creators are. It's like, oh, they made a silly video. It's like, well, you can't tell maybe, but they like you don't realize how much effort they're putting into like their mannerisms and all that. And I see it in your content.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I kind of just want to conclude, and I'm gonna kind of just like let you say whatever you want to, but I just wanted to ask like for the final like ending note on for one just just how life is, how it's been awesome freaking talking to you, man. I think you're a
Yeah,
very
you too, man.
like a good, you seem like a really good for lack of better words, just a good human, like a good guy that just like wants to just put something out there that people enjoy. You're not trying to benefit and like profit like crazy over it. You're doing
Hmm.
it because you enjoy it and you enjoy having people enjoy the content. Um, do you find yourself to be a like just a happy person? Is life good in that sense? And I think the last thing would be just if there's any advice, and not even just in the content creating world, but whatever you want to say to people watching of all ages.
I would say that this is probably the happiest I've been, I would say, because like, yeah, like maybe things in my life aren't going great in certain ways, maybe financially, maybe family wise, maybe like whatever. But I know in the past year, I have found myself the best. Like this is the way I want to be, and and I think from like going into the future,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get better in a sense of knowing myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful too that I landed this way at the age of 23, because a lot of people go through their most of their life without really being themselves until they realize it when they're like 55, 60,
Mm-hmm.
70. It's like
God, I'm the
I'm happy
exact
that
same way.
I
I'm like so grateful.
yeah.
I know like I don't know much about your views, but like that's where I thank God all the time. I'm like, gosh, I mean you freaking it's like I got this. I'm so lucky to have been able to find the thing that like I just obsess with, and I'm being able to
Mm.
make it my full time job as well.
It's truly a great experience, and I wish everyone in the world could do this, and with anything, like with anything, like whatever their passion is,
Mm-hmm.
however they want to be in their life. Like I wish that they all find what it is that they love about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just grow from there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of figuring yourself out, and I'm happy that I did. And so yeah, like this would be the probably the happiest I've been. It's cliche to say because everyone says it, but like just do you.
Mm-hmm.
Like just be you, and not even just content wise, just anywhere. Like just be you, because like there's everyone's so afraid of confrontation. Everyone's so afraid of failure. They're so afraid of rejection
Mm-hmm.
and just hate in general. They're so afraid of it. But it's just a matter of like realizing that it's oh, almost lost my mind. It's just a matter of realizing that it's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like it's if you're doing what you love and the way you like to do it, there's there's 8 billion people on the planet. They're gonna like there's so many people that are gonna appreciate you for who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like you can't even waste your time with the people
Yeah,
that don't
I was
even
about to say that.
like you.
Like don't even waste your time on this earth with the limited time frame you have, worried about what others like think about you or what or your content or whatever.
Like I get so many like DMs and comments and stuff, and they're always just and this is even from like personal family and friends too ask me, they're like, are you not like does that like bother you that like people say these because like some people will look at my comments because I'll get hate comments and stuff like everyone does and
Mm-hmm.
everyone will, and they'll read them to me sometimes. I'll be like like does this bother you? And it's like yeah, like I mean hate, like obviously if you get insulted it's gonna bother you,
Mm-hmm.
and but I mean it's a matter of how you handle it, because at the end of the day you're the one that's bothering yourself
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because this random stranger said something.
Yeah.
It's your fault that you're replaying it in your head a
Mm-hmm.
thousand times. Like, it's just over time, once you get more confident in yourself, like these little remarks or opinions or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, it's just gonna wash off like a raincoat
Yeah.
over time. And like again, like everyone's human, right? So if someone says something, even if someone says something to you that's kind of stupid,
Hmm.
but it still bothers you,
Hmm.
I guess completely fine. Like it's just a matter of not being afraid of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it
just
goes again, it circles
yeah,
back to that confidence, realizing it's like, man, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I think it's good. I mean, your
yeah,
opinion is irrelevant to me. I remember in college I had a friend who he he was just being like a buddy. Like he would make fun of my videos. And they were like lower quality at the time. You know, I've obviously, you can imagine, learned to produce higher and higher quality content over the years. But I remember him like making jokes and saying like how cringy it was, and
mm,
he came back to me at the end of one of the school years and he said like, I realize how good your videos are, like, and I realize that like you put a lot of work, and he was essentially apologizing to me when I didn't even really, you know, I wasn't I always thought he was like just being a little just mean and just a
like
dude, you
you're
know, just
punching
a
your shoulder.
bro.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like he's like punching your shoulder.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
just having a laugh.
exactly. Yeah, and that's what I always thought it was. But he came to me and like kind of like apologized about it and said like, you like really put a lot of work into this, and I see it, and I don't know what I was thinking. And it's like, so it kind of shows that like, yeah, people, I think most of the time it's that they don't see, they see a silly video you made and then it's like, oh, this person's silly, haha, that this is stupid. And then it's like they don't realize the amount of maybe work you put into it, the constant work you put into all the videos. It's easy to critique someone, but it's really just as easy to realize that someone puts a lot of work into something.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree.
Well, man, I mean, I really appreciate the conversation. I mean, it's been really awesome talking to you, and I've
Yeah, I appreciate
definitely,
you inviting me, man.
yeah, of course, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really like the exact way I expected it. Like you are just a very, not only is your content just so natural, you're a very natural uh, human being who has like emotions and all that. And I know that sounds maybe to be the obvious, but you know, there's a lot of people who just, this is all like numbers and math and formulas, and it's a business,
yeah.
and that's it. And you do it for really good reasons. I think that's great.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and you as well, man. Like your content is just like next level. I think what video was it that I followed you on? Um, we
The
did we?
glitchy chair is a very old one that you brought up. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that
yeah. But it was
recently, but
oh, what was it? It was the I think it was the fourth wall break one, man. Where
yeah,
you were
yeah,
like looking the same way.
yeah.
Remember that
Gosh,
one?
yeah, that one's
You
an
turned
older
around.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was that one, or it was
that's
something
hilarious.
else. Just there's countless videos you've made that are just fantastic,
Oh,
man.
thank you. I
And
really
you're a
appreciate it.
real inspiration to many people. I guarantee you.
That means a lot, and
Like
likewise to
have to
you.
be.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, it goes both
Yeah.
ways. But thank you for showing up, man. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man.
Thank you to Christopher for joining me on the podcast today. I want to conclude us on a Bible verse, Romans 8:28 through 30. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. For those God foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the likeness of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brothers. And those he predestined, he also called. Those he called, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified. See you all next time.